Morning students, welcome to today's class. We are discussing we are revising chapter matter. Today we will be doing that. Today we are going to discuss activity 9, that is air exert pressure. So that part we will discuss first, and then afterwards we will be discussing lycopodium powder. What is lycopodium powder, that we are going to discuss today. So let's start. First we will be doing activity 9. Activity 9 of matter, which you will be getting in the page number 25. Okay, in page number 25 this activity is there. So in this portion maybe you are having some doubts, so let us revise it once again. So this activity is on the fact that air exerts pressure. This through our experiment we will try to prove. Okay, and for this we need a milk bottle which is having a side opening. So like this we are going to take a milk bottle, and here this side it's having another opening. Okay, so and on this bottle we are going to place a hard boiled egg. Okay, so this is a hard boiled egg which we have placed on this mouth of the milk bottle, and this is the side opening of this bottle. So this is our figure 1. Okay, this is our figure 1. Now next what we are going to do, see, now at this stage, as air, we know air is everywhere, so surrounding this bottle air is there, and inside the bottle also air is there, though we cannot see that, but we can feel that air is there. Now air exerts some pressure. As if the two pressures will be equal, then we cannot feel anything. Okay, so as in this figure 1, as the air inside the bottle and the air outside of the bottle both are equal, so the egg will remain in this manner only as we have placed. Now after this what we are going to do, so for that again one more milk bottle I am drawing here. So this is another the same milk bottle actually. So one more we need to draw here. The egg will remain as it is, this mouth of the on the mouth of this milk bottle, but here we are going to place a lighted matchstick. Okay, just we will be removing the air once, we will be removing the egg once, and the lighted matchstick we will introduce in this. So here we will introduce a matchstick, a burning matchstick. Okay, so this is the burning matchstick. So because of this matchstick, the air inside the bottle, because of this burning matchstick, the air inside the bottle that will heat it up, and because of this, as we know that if we heat anything it will expand, its volume will expand. So the volume of the air inside the bottle that will expand because of this lighted matchstick, and some of the air will because of this expansion of the air, some of the air will come out through this mouth, through this side opening. Okay, so this is our figure 2. And this is figure 2. Now we will be placing our thumb here in this side opening, and because of this the matchstick that will extinguish. Okay, so after as we are keeping our finger here, so the fresh air from outside that cannot enter in this milk bottle, and after some time the matchstick will extinguish. So what we are going to see there, for this again we need to draw another figure of this milk bottle, the same milk bottle only, but okay. So here the air inside the bottle that is less now, so the pressure inside the bottle that will be less, because sufficient air is not there to equalize the pressure of the outside pressure of the air. Okay, now the pressure inside the bottle, the pressure now the pressure inside the bottle, so inside the bottle the pressure which is there that is less, so this is less than the pressure which is outside of the bottle. So as the outside pressure is more than the inside pressure, so the pressure will forcefully the pressure will uh, apply the pressure will be act on the egg. And at first let me draw the egg in its first position only where it was. So we have kept the egg here. Okay, now as the outer pressure that will act on the egg, so the boiled egg will get into this milk bottle. So through this mouth of the bottle the egg will get into this bottle, and so after some time what we will see that the egg is getting into this bottle. Okay, so here inside the bottle we are going to see the egg. Why we are getting this? Because as we have introduced the burning mastic, which is increasing the volume of the air inside, and because of this expanded air, because of this the air which expands that will come out through this side opening, and now when it will be cool down, after some time when it will be cool down, the milk bottle will be cool down, then the pressure of this again the air will contract, and the pressure inside the now less air is there inside the bottle, so the pressure of the bottle inside the bottle will be less now. Okay, now if we compare between the pressure outside pressure pressure, okay, so now this will be more, and if we the pressure inside the bottle that is less now. Okay, so more pressure, where the more pressure is there, through that side the pressure will be act on the boiled egg, and the egg will get into this milk bottle. Now what we are going to do, this was our figure 3. Okay, now what we will be doing, we will just invert the milk bottle. It was like this, the side opening was like this. Okay, and here inside the bottle we are having our boiled egg. Now what we are going to do, through this side opening we will introduce some air. We will be blowing some air into this milk bottle, inside of this milk bottle. Now as we are introducing air, so the air will create some pressure inside the bottle, inside the milk bottle. This is our figure 4. Okay, now pressure inside the bottle, that will be more than than that of the outside pressure. Okay, the pressure inside of the bottle, as we have introduced some air into this milk bottle, so now the pressure into this bottle, that will be more than that of the outside pressure. So because of this increased pressure inside the milk bottle, it will forcefully, it will pressurize again the pressure of the air, that will be act on this egg. So the egg will be, because of this pressure of the air, the egg will be forcefully come out. The egg will forcefully come out through this bottle, through this mouth of this bottle. So after that, what we are going to see, the bottle will remain in this manner. So after some time, what we are going to see, the milk bottle will remain in this manner as it was before, with the side opening, and the egg which have came out through this mouth of this bottle, that will remain here out. It will come out of this bottle. Okay, so this is our figure 5. Okay, so once again let us discuss this. At first we had this figure 1, where we have taken a milk bottle along with a hard boiled egg, which we have placed on this mouth of the milk bottle. Okay, and here in this milk bottle we are having a side opening. Now come to the second figure. Here we have we will be taking out the egg, hard boiled egg. We will be just placing it once, and we will introduce a burning mastic inside this bottle, and again we will be replacing the egg, okay, on this mouth of the milk bottle. Now because of this burning mastic, as we know, when the air inside the milk bottle will be heated up, it will expand, and some of the air will come out through this mouth of the through this side opening. Okay, now after some time, now we will be placing our thumb here, and because of this, as fresh air, the introduction of this fresh air in this milk bottle, that is we have cut it off, because of the as we have closed the mouth of the side opening. So now it will cool down. Okay, the mastic will extinguish, and after some time the air inside this bottle will cool down. Okay, now when it has been cooled down, now the pressure inside the milk bottle, that will be less, because now we are having less air inside this bottle. Okay, now as the pressure inside this bottle is less, see this, the pressure inside the bottle is less than the pressure which is outside of the bottle. So the egg which we have placed here before, okay, this egg, the pressure, the outside air, that will exert some pressure on the egg, and slowly the egg will get into this milk bottle, and after some time we will be seeing the egg is lying into this milk bottle. Okay, it is lying inside of the milk bottle. So this is our figure 3. Now what we are going to do, we will invert the milk bottle now. Okay, now through this side opening, this is the figure of this inverted milk bottle. Now through this side opening, again we will be introducing some air. we will be blowing air into this milk bottle. Now as we are blowing air, so lot of air will be there inside of the bottle, inside this milk bottle, and as the lot of air is there, so excess air is there, so that air will exert some pressure on this milk bottle, okay, which is more than that of the outside pressure. So now inside pressure is more than that of the pressure which is outside. So forcefully the air will it will uh, deliver the pressure, it will exert the pressure on this egg, and the egg will forcefully again it will come out through this mouth of this milk bottle, and after some time after that we will be getting this figure where we are getting the milk bottle as it is without the egg inside, and the egg which was there that will be coming out through this milk bottle, okay, and that we will be getting in this manner. So through this whole experiment we can prove that air exert pressure. So this was activity 9. Hope now don't have any doubt on this part, okay. So if you have, let me know. Now we are going to discuss Lycopodium. So Lycopodium, this we generally use in this Brownian motion to show the Brownian motion, the zigzag motion of particles. To show that we use this Lycopodium. So what is that? Lycopodium, this is yellow dust, okay, yellow dust. In this manner we are going to get this, and this is nothing but the spores of dry spores of club moss, okay, club moss plant. So these are very just kind of fine particles, yellow fine particles. In this manner we are going to get this. It is available in market. So if we spread some club moss or if we spread some Lycopodium powder on the surface of water, suppose here we have taken some water, so on this water if we spread some Lycopodium spores, suppose these are some Lycopodium spores, so as these are very fine, so it will form a single layer of this molecule, okay. Suppose just a single layer, I am drawing here. Suppose these are the particles, these are the particles of Lycopodium. So on this surface of water, see this is suppose the water. So on this water, on the surface of water we have spread this, so it will form a single layer. You can see this, a single layer of the particles will be created here, okay. So because of this we use this Lycopodium, and as the particles of water is moving randomly, the particles of water, they will move. So with that the Lycopodium particles also move, and as its color is yellow, so easily we can, if we see through this microscope, then easily we can identify, we can detect the motion of the water particles, water molecule, okay. The movable or the random motion of the water particles, water molecule, that will be indicated by this yellow color dust of this Lycopodium, as the Lycopodium particles, Lycopodium dust is also moving with the moving particles of water. So through that we can identify the zigzag motion. Suppose this is the particles of water. Okay, so in this zigzag manner, okay, zigzag manner means there will be no such proper or particular motion. Okay, the path of this particles, that is not fixed, so anywhere it may go. So along with here I am showing only one, the motion of only one particle. So at first, suppose the particle was here. Now because of this random motion, it will come to this point, and again it will come to this point, again it will move to this path. So in this manner, anywhere it may move. So as this path is not fixed, this is we cannot say anything before that through which path it will go. So this is a totally random motion, and as it is a zigzag motion, so with that we can express the motion of the particles, motion of the particles of water, motion of the molecules of water. Okay, so this motion is called Brownian motion. Okay, hope now this part is clear. So what is Lycopodium? Lycopodium is nothing but yellow dust of dry spores of club moss plant, okay, which we use to show the movement of water, okay, show the movement of the particles of water. So on the surface of the water, here we have kept some water in a, we have taken some water in a beaker, and on this layer of this, on the upper layer of this water, the Lycopodium particles will be spread, and if we see through a microscope, we can see the zigzag motion of water. Okay, so now hope this is clear, and here I am ending our today's class. Take a very good care of yourself. Be safe. Have a nice day. Thank you.